What can one say of it, and of what in the end did it consist? That cult of the sun at Indonesia, for whose diffusion, after all, Heliogabalus gave his life. Anthony and Toad. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we freaking go. So first of all, I'm sorry if I'm rather quiet during this here. I'm recording this rather late at night because I was planning to record this earlier, but a bunch of shit happened. And I want to get this out over here though, as soon as possible really. I might redo this little teaser thing maybe over here, but I want to at least have this recorded over here just in case. There's going to be like another teaser video for JD before this, but I just want to have at least something over here just so I can have it over here mainly because after waiting for a long while we finally have a Reworked FCW. Nothing too in-depth over here, just so you know this over here, but what we're doing, I got the old teaser over here. We're gonna be knowing these two over here. I'm pretty sure the Dutch over here, like the Dutch uprisings, still happen. They're still in there. I don't remember exactly if they've been changed or everything. I think they're still in there last time I checked. But yeah, a lot of things have changed over here for the French Civil War. Factories have been moved. Leads have changed positions. Completely new ones altogether. And yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of comparison over here. Starting off with the OGs over here. Not really, but like the first, like you know, comparing this to TNO over here. There's old Tito over here. If you want to compare the TNO over here. So by the way, over here they did some portraits up there. Yeah, a lot of them look a lot. They look a lot better over here than before. Like Picard does not look like a grape or a raisiny grape. The thing about the same, but ever. He's not super old. And also Benny, as you tell over here, the god popularity Benny is gone over here, replaced by the Committee Invisible over here. Instead Benny is part of August faction over here. So yeah, Benny, I thought they must have changed over here, but originally from what I've heard he was supposed to be a minister under Augur, but now he's another leader potential leader over here. But based on that, though, I am interested to see if anything from when Bennett was independent carried over into the Fun Cardinal Lease thing over here. We're very much into to see exactly how that's gonna be. But yeah. Besides some stuff here, we got the QBC over here, and by the way, look, each of the main like factories of the Civil War will have at least 3 paths over here. At least around 3 paths over here. I don't know if there's gonna be more. I think there's gonna be more though once like the full mod comes out over at some point. But as of right now, there are only what we're seeing over here. And very much into. Pretty much into what we're seeing over here. But yeah. Lake Shibizir, the national syndicate, technocrat dude. I don't no hold on. Sorry about that. I had some water over here actually. Turns out I didn't. There's no water to be found over here. I really got some over here, so sorry for that pause beforehand. And I apologize if I sound quiet over here. I want to at least have this recorded over here so that way we can have it out. We can spread the word of this over here anyway. And as I said before, come here. The mic out of the way. Anyway, we got Nick Kubis over here, the national anarchist. Dude with the techno eugenics. Can't remember exactly, that's still the same over here. We got William Abdello, the guy of the X-Christ Counts, the X-Christ Technocracy Council. So Kubis is Natson, he's constructivist. And then we got our Squidson over here. Like a mercenary clique that can take over. Because the Lake Kubis government, despite being, the Soleil government. So, despite being like, you know, having Les Soleil, they don't really have a proper army over here. No one really has one. There's probably Escadron de Future, Picard, maybe the Front at least, or like paramilitaries, but they don't really have like a proper army over here. So they rely on some mercenaries or more from off squads in here. Judgement dude, If you read if you read about him, he's a fascinating individual. Was originally a member. Not time, he was originally a member of the SS, and then later became an agent of Mossad. I still have no fucking clue how that happened. But it's if you know what Mossad is, then goddamn, that's fucking wow. Like I don't know how the fuck that happened, to be honest with you. Well, it's not really. I'll talk about over here, but it seems like something similar happened in this timeline where he can take part in the fucking France over here because Germany is divided them to like this little like puppet states over here. So I wonder if it's gonna be like mercenary mercs, big boss like Snake. So I guess I'm Metal Gear Solid. I mean, the Barry Goldwater is basically a Senator Armstrong reference. Senator Armstrong XP, whatever the hell. Dude, but I guess some big boss. The biggest of bosses. Over in there. Alright. Up next we got I could run Connolly's over here. The two Connolly's over here because they're different sects of the same thing. Got Pierre Drew Laroche, who, if I remember correctly, shit. I did like some cursory research on the dude. Some of these dudes. I haven't like anything in depth on it, but if I remember correctly, well, yeah, dude's a pan-European with some leftist synchronicities. Like, it's a very interesting dude. Like, the actually kind of so sticky is like similar to the front colonies. That's why they have the colonies over here. They both want like a big old pan-European state, but the front colonies like true pan-Europeanism, whereas the colonies want pan-Europeanism with the French on top. So it's similar to that one over here. So we got must be careful over here with that. Which is supposed to be like a of some kind, but is now actually like a general actually now later. But he's also in that path over here. So like I think there are like two sects of the damn current. Like Yukai's gonna be the right sect. La Rochelle is gonna be in the left sect of the actual colonists. And I do want exactly how different it's gonna be. If you know over here. Like I don't know the full ideologies of them. But I'm sure it's gonna be like, you know, like Natsin and not so realist over here. It's definitely constructivist and national vitalist over here though. I know Augur's a national vitalist. Speaking of Augur, you got Winnie Bene over here. Probably gonna be a national vitalist as well. But it's gonna be like, you know, before that he was originally the first right over here. That was this whole shit being the first right of the National Avant-Garde. But now that's replaced by Jean-Francois Thoret. If you know anything about this particular Thoret, then you know how fucking weird he is. Holy shit. Like, I did a bit of digging into him, and goddamn is he interesting. Very interesting boy. Most interesting of the boy. Like he was very much a national Bolshevik over here, so I am curious to see how that's going to be. And he's actually going to be the furthest right from that from over here. So it's probably going to be reactionary nationalism and this ideology, if I can guess over here. I mean, guess my ideology. I don't know any of their ideologies that we live here. Guess a bit based on like what I've seen over here and what I've gathered from doing these videos all over here and trying to remember shit exactly about some of these people. But over here, before we talk about the big two, we'll talk about the smallest of the two, Henry de Motherland and Lake Invisible. So yeah, if you know from Red Flood lore, the Invisible Committee is like a little council, secret council that tries to coup the FNAG if if France loses the Italian war, the Fiume-Italian war over here. If that loses, then the Committee Invisible after the little peace treaty that happens, they can crew the government over here for believing, like, you know, I told being weak and like that, not going far enough into the futurism. They are fumism in Red Flood, but over here though, it's the same thing again. But in this timeline, they're more pro Toad because the Toad Master, you know, cowed them in and made them compliant to his view. Because I'm not really, I think the Circle of Toad sect one in this over here from the lore of JD, if I'm remembering this whole thing correctly. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that one's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like not orthodox futurists, but probably somewhere close to there. Maybe like a different sector, but who knows? But anyway, let's talk about the fucking actually, before I do that, let me just read this thing over here because I have to put it up over here because then we're gonna forget there's some very interesting things going on over here. First of all, if I commit suicide, it would not be to destroy myself, but to put myself back together again. So it would be only for me be the only means to violently reconquer myself or brutally invading my being. I would anticipate the unpredictable approaches of God. By suicide, reinforce my desired nature. For I shall be the first for the first time give things the shape of my will. That is some suicidal ideation. I think that's what it's called over here. Boy's not doing well mentally. Your boy is suffering. Your boy needs some friends anyway. Then over here, before I do like a little comparing things over here, I'm gonna talk through all this over here. Probably should have mentioned that earlier, but it is what it is though. So yeah. Let's talk about the furthest. The darkest, the Jean de la Croute. Led by Jean Guinet, poet writer who got kicked out of the forearm region for being gay, which is fucking like, especially when the whole fucking thing, like, our country is divided up between the Germans and the Italians. Got lots of pieces over here, so I don't know why you would want to cast away someone out there. Or my pragmatism will allow people like him in, because when you pretty much like, you know, fucking resistance movement, you need all the help that you can get. So yeah, in our timeline, she pretty much got the boot, but then actually wound up becoming a successful writer and poet. He is the only impediment path over here, inspired by the idea of cruelty, and some very interesting stuff over here. I'm even very curious about how the Legion of Cruelty is gonna be. It's been like one of my big things. The Legion Guinea over here, because these two, Andre Britton or Patali, aren't exactly. They're still interesting for me to do, but I'm more interested in Guinea's impediments, because he's the only impediment in France. I think. I'm pretty sure the only impediment in France. I don't think they said there could be any other impediments in France. There could be. I have no fucking clue who would be though. But I'm just gonna leave it open, and right now I'm gonna say he's the only impediment over here. Because these were cool flags, by the way. I like the flags. But yeah. Then being like, you know, theater cruelty and impedimism. If you know about impedimism, then very much I'm interested to see how that's gonna be. But over here though, we got Andre Britton over here with Patai, who, depending on when this comes in over here, you should. But yeah, I think this is gonna come out after the other video. Both of them get like a little mention over here. But yeah, they're both going to be the different surrealist sects over here. So how this is going to work is that after the Legion Cruelty was a civil war, there's going to be like a little internal civil war, not an external one, but like an internal civil war between Guinea, Brethren, and Batale, of who comes out top though. Between two different versions of surrealist, with Brennan being the father of surrealism. He's probably going to be a more orthodox surrealist, and George Batale being the more esoteric surrealist, with the whole SFL thing going on over for him. And Guinea be doing Guinea things. Very much interested to see how that's going to play out. And I got the last card you want to do, led by Christian Delamere, being probably the best quote unquote out of the factions, besides talking about the uprising that can happen about like a couple months after the Civil War. I think if I remember correctly, there's an uprising that can happen with the Dunaires. Was that a year? I can't remember which I need to double check that at some point. But yeah, the Luminaires can come up, rise up by some of these spots and be like another faction over here. But like in terms of the best of the futurism, difference of futurism or just accelerationism, I call it futurism because that's basically what it's basically what the whole SL thing is deriving its name from. But I like the mess over here. There's 3 different paths over here. Christian Delamise, who's signed over here. I'm pretty sure he's the. If I'm right, he's like a puppet of Nogis, and if I'm and he leads a if you win, then Nogis can have a choice of whether to have him restore in like an the orthodox extremist version of futurism, basically orthodox futurist, from the reputed empire of the future under Gala Deleuze, or declare himself first council of the empire and just go full on Napoleon LARP. There's a boy over here. Full-fledged Napoleon. Very much I'm interested. If anything content, I do plan on doing all 3 of them. There's something here, as I said before. In the beta, I think only one path is going to get at least 5 years worth of content. Over here though, I think that's still the case over here. These are just like, like potential paths that are going to be in store. Over here, I have heard there might be more once the mod once it goes from like its demo to full release. In which case, I'm very much interested in all that over here. And I do got plenty of ideas and plenty of like playthroughs potential that I want to do over here. And I very much am into all that stuff over here. So before we close it off over here between the various sectors over here, and by the way, before I talk about the whole changes between this over here, I might make a poll as well for this, but like curious in the comment section whenever this comes out, which faction the defensive war are you gonna join in? You can like leave a comment down below, be like, I choose this gun, choose like a Les Orly because of this, this, and this. Then we'll just like a little like which faction and a brief why over here. And also I'll put that poll over here just as well, so I can get you guys' response over here. So I would like them comments. I need some of them comments. Need comments. Need a little bit more comments. Not like too much, but just a bit. For all stuff over here because this is fascinating shit we got going on over here. And yeah, little comparison over here. I guess just as a before V card. And then over here, the Legion of Cruelty went on the other side. This one, they're for the Mediterranean, now they're at the Atlantic. Oh here, and they have a lot more territory. A lot of nations got a lot more, a lot less. For current release, got shranked up quite a bit over here. This league government took a bit of from current release territory, but lost. Hit the new thing over here, and whatever. For current release. Yeah, let's do some more of that over here. Actually, MB card took a little bit less on this stuff. Actually, the future is not the smallest over here, but it's at the moment over here, and now it's the completely that's less wider and more vertical based on the looks of it. So yeah, very much into all that, into a lot of things. For example, very much I'm curious to see how this looks gonna work. They don't go into too much detail here, but I do plan on doing a version 2 of this if I get the chance to talk a bit more about it in depth on some of the things over here, maybe if I can over here, but we shall see. Anyway, as before though, which faction would you join in, and what are you excited for over here? Very much excited for a lot of things over here in this mod. A lot of things I'm gonna be excited for. Very much I'm doing playthroughs over here, but as I said before, the beta or demo we got come out over here is gonna be from South America. I already got some playthroughs idea for that, and I am very much interested in what else is in store. Till then, I'll see you later.